Hello friends, my name is Ramasu. Today we shall discuss about a topic, the data analysis techniques. Friend, today's topic is very interesting, especially if you have interest in project management or you want to learn about data analysis. So let's start friend. First of all, I would request to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and click on the bell option as well so that my new videos can reach to you, and also you can follow me on the Facebook page as well. Friend, data analytics is the process of analyzing raw data to draw out meaningful insights. These insights are then used to determine the best course of action. When is the best time to roll out that marketing campaign? For example, is the current team structure as effective as it could be? Which customer segment are most likely to purchase your new product? So these are the few questions, like just an example. Ultimately, data analytics is a crucial driver of any successful business strategy. But how do data analysts actually turn raw data into something useful? There are a range of methods and techniques that data analysts use depending on the type of data in question and the kinds of insights they want to uncover. Now, what is data analysis and why it is important? Data analysis is, put simply, the process of discovering useful information by evaluating data. This is done through a process of inspecting, cleaning, transforming, and modeling data using analytical and statistical tools, which we will explore in detail further. Why is data analysis important? Analyzing data effectively helps organizations make business decisions. Nowadays, data is collected by businesses constantly through surveys, online tracking, online marketing analytics, collected subscription and registration data, social media monitoring, among other methods. Data analysis techniques. Regression analysis. Friend, regression analysis is used to estimate the relationship between a set of variables. When conducting any type of regression analysis, you are looking to see if there is a correlation between a dependent variable, that's the variable or outcome you want to measure or predict, and any number of independent variables, factors which may have an impact on the dependent variable. The aim of regression analysis is to estimate how one or more variables might impact the dependent variable. In order to identify trends and patterns, this is especially useful for making predictions and forecasting future trends. Let's imagine you work for an e-commerce company and you want to examine the relationship between how much money is spent on social media marketing and sales revenue. The other one, in this case, sales revenue is your dependent variable. It is the factor you are most interested in predicting and boosting. Social media spend is your independent variable. You want to determine whether or not it has an impact on sales and ultimately whether it's worth increasing, decreasing, or keeping the same. Using a regression analysis, you would be able to see if there is a relationship between the two variables. A positive correlation would imply that the more you spend on social media marketing, the more sales revenue you make. There are many different types of regression analysis, and the model you use depend on the type of data you have for dependent variable. For example, your dependent variable might be continuous, something that can be measured on a continuous scale such as sales revenue in USD, in which case you would use a different type of regression analysis than if your dependent variable was categorical in nature, comprising values that can be categorized into a number of distinct groups based on certain characteristics such as customer location by continent. Monte Carlo simulation. When making decisions or taking certain actions, there are a range of different possible outcomes. If you take the bus, you might get stuck in traffic. If you walk, you might get caught in the rain or bump into your chatty neighbor, potentially delaying your journey. In everyday life, we tend to briefly weigh up the pros and cons between before deciding which action to take. However, when the stakes are high, it is essential to calculate as thoroughly and accurately as possible all the potential risks or rewards. Monte Carlo simulation, otherwise known as the Monte Carlo method, is a computerized technique used to generate models of possible outcomes and their probability distribution. It essentially considers a range of possible outcomes and then calculate how likely it is that each particular outcome will be realized. The Monte Carlo method is used by data analysts to conduct advanced risk analysis, allowing them to better forecast what might happen in future and make decisions accordingly. Factor analysis. Factor analysis is a technique used to reduce a large number of variables to a smaller number of factors. It works on the basis that multiple separate observable variables correlate with each other because they are all associated with an underlying construct. This is useful not only because it condenses with underlying large data sets into smaller, more manageable samples, but also because it helps to uncover hidden patterns. This allows you to explore concepts that cannot be easily measured or observed, such as wealth, happiness, fitness, or for a business relevant example, customer loyalty and satisfaction. Then cohort analysis. Cohort analysis is defined on Wikipedia that cohort analysis is a subset of behavioral analytics that takes the data from a given data set, and rather than looking at all users as one unit, it breaks them into related groups for analysis. These related groups or cohorts usually share common characteristics or experiences defined with a defined basically time span. So, what does this mean and why it is useful? Let's break down the definition. A cohort is a group of people who share a common characteristic during a given time period. Students who enrolled at university in 2020 may be referred to as a 2020 cohort. Customers also purchase something from your online store via the app in the month of December may also be considered a cohort. Cluster analysis. Cluster analysis is an exploratory technique that seeks to identify structures within a data set. The goal of cluster analysis is to sort different data points into groups that are internally homogeneous and externally heterogeneous. This means that data points within a cluster are similar to each other and dissimilar to data points in another cluster. Clustering is used to gain insight into how data is distributed in a given data set or as a pre-processing step for other algorithms. Time series analysis. Time series analysis is a statistical technique used to identify trends and cycles over time. Time series data is a sequence of data points which measure the same variable at different points in time, for example, weekly sales figures or monthly email signups. By looking at time related trends, analysts are able to forecast how the variables of interest may fluctuate in the future actually. Then sentiment analysis. When you think of data, your mind probably automatically goes to numbers and spreadsheets. Many companies overlook the value of qualitative data, but in reality there are untold insights to be gained from what people, especially customers, write and say about you. So, how do you go about analyzing textual data? One highly useful qualitative technique is sentiment analysis, a technique which belongs to the broader category of text analysis, the usually automated process of sorting and understanding textual data. With sentiment analysis, the goal is to interpret and classify the emotions conveyed within textual data. From a business perspective, this allows you to ascertain how your customers feel about various aspects of your brand, product, or service. There are several different types of sentimental analysis models, each with a slightly different focus. So friend, thanks a lot for watching the video. I hope you like this video. If you like it, please share it with your friends and colleagues, and thanks for watching the video. Thank you, friends.